Alright guys, I have a real treat for you today. I have the Radioshack 4x4 Offroader radio controlled all-terrain vehicle. That's a pretty good looking truck. Quick look at the box. Obviously some of it is faded, but I mean it's 33 years old. This one I believe is a 1985 model, so it is the same age as I am. 1985. That's pretty cool. Let's get a better look at the box, even though it is faded. Climbing over some sand dunes. It's the type of controller you get. The other side of the box with the kids demonstrating how fun the truck is, which it really is. These are becoming quite a lot harder to find in functioning condition because obviously electronics do not last forever. This vehicle is complete in the box with the packaging and the paperwork, so I'm going to be doing a pseudo unboxing. I've already had it open. I mean, obviously somebody's had it open in 33 years, but it's complete. It's extremely mint. So let's crack it open and have a look at what we have. Alright guys, I'm going to do my best to unbox this without blocking too much of the shot. So carefully opening up the package. Very hard not to damage what is still here. We have the original manual. The Radioshack Limited Warranty. Radioshack, a division of Tandy Corporation, Fort Worth, Texas, 76102. I actually live not far from the old Radioshack headquarters, and it was a real sad day to see them taking the sign off of it and just turning it into regular office space. Copyright 1985, Tandy Corporation. It's got a little bit of a crease in it, but I mean, what doesn't have a few imperfections after this long? Here is our transmitter. And then we have the main event itself. What I loved about this truck as a kid is it looked like Bigfoot. I was a huge fan of Bigfoot, and I never got to go see Bigfoot in person. Never. My parents did take me to one monster truck show to go see Gravedigger one time, and Gravedigger came out when I was in line getting an ice cream outside, you know, the stadium. And I heard the music start playing, so I just started running. And by the time I got in there, he had already come out, jumped over the cars, crashed into a wall, and that was it. They had to tow him out. But yeah, that was my only monster truck experience as a kid, and it sucked. But Robosaurus was cool. Here's a good look at the truck itself, with its big monster tires. Offroader 4x4 Auto Sport. They just don't go into detail like this anymore. This is a good looking truck. It's a real good looking truck. Actual chrome trim that snaps into the bodywork, you know, turn signal markers, stuff like that. I never really understood the whole orange headlight thing, but I like it. Dash 49. Man, I remember when I got this truck. This isn't the exact truck I got when I was a kid. Like I said in previous videos, my mom threw away everything I've ever owned as a kid. On several occasions during my childhood, I'd just come home to like a mattress on the floor and nothing else. Everything had been thrown away. And I just kind of had to earn more stuff, and then it'd get thrown away. So I don't have anything. But my original truck, I remember I was at my grandparents' house, and my sister came home from bingo, and on her way home with her winnings, she stopped and got me one of these, which is probably one of two nice things she'd ever done for me in my life. I loved Bigfoot, and the batteries that came with the truck when she bought it were the only batteries that ever went in it. When they died, it became a push toy because my parents would never buy any more batteries for it. So I don't have a lot of memories of driving the truck. I remember that the antenna broke on the remote one day. Just like the top part of it snapped off. You know, these collapsible ones, kids break them all the time. So they threw the remote away, and I just kind of had to push it around, which was fine, but I mean, whatever. Alright, you have your on-off switch in the back. They had a charging port, but the charger was actually really expensive and sold separately. Switch is still very nice and crisp. There's a few markings on the truck itself, you know, here and there. But other than that, it is a very, very clean truck. Very clean. Let's see. Let's move the packaging out of the way and sit it down. Well, my favorite thing to do with this truck, when I had it, was I actually had another Bigfoot toy. It was the Bigfoot Crunch Arena, which came with this, which was my other favorite toy at the time. The Crunch Arena was cardboard, so it got thrown away really quick. The truck that came with the Crunch Arena broke pretty much immediately, so this was all I had to play with out of the Crunch Arena. But what this is, it's a car former. It makes cars out of tinfoil to run over with your trucks. That's really cool. And here is a close-up of the Crunch Arena car former. As you can see, it is a stamp where you can stamp your own cars. 1990 Mattel Inc. Wow, look at the super dated clothing. Look at this guy. He looks like he needs to, you know, go buy a fanny pack or something. Gosh. That is the worst looking hamburger I've ever seen. Look at those horrible shades. Maybe he just got out of an eye appointment. Gosh. Very generic. Now if you pop the car former open, I have the original cars that went in here, because I found this one on eBay. And it had all the original foil cars, which they get tore up really quick. So it's very neat to see the original cars. Very hard to find. As you can see, there's holes already forming from the top of the mold here. Yeah, I would I'd line up a whole bunch of them. I'd have the original ones, or what I had left, and I'd have a whole roll of foil to myself. And I'd sit over there and I'd stamp out, you know, 25 cars and just come through and just run them all the heck over, you know. And then you just stick them back in the car former and fix them. I just thought that was the coolest thing. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some batteries in this. Hopefully it still works. I went up to Fry's Electronics and bought some Tenergy rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries. Because, you know, electronics this old don't like standard batteries anymore. I mean, it might run, but it's not good for it. You need something with a high discharge, something that puts out a lot of power, a lot of continuous power. And these will do that. I think I paid $17 for all of these, which really is not that dang bad, considering if you're going to go buy some Duracells or something, you're going to you're gonna flip a hefty price tag to get them. So let's get it loaded up. So far so good. That works. And for this, I'm going to set it into low gear, or to S, slow. And we're going to set the truck down. We're going to line up the original cars for the Crunch Arena. I'm going to stagger them a bit because the wheelbase on the truck is kind of wide. That way we can crush them all. Move my tripod. Alright everyone, or should I say, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a sight that has not been seen since about 1992. The Radioshack Offroader 4x4 versus Bigfoot Crunch Arena foil cars. Enjoy. Amazing. It has absolutely slaughtered those cars. I'm going to take my time and straighten these out completely and put them back in the former, of course, but I mean, what's the point of collecting toys if you can't have fun with them every now and then? Those are really cool. Alright guys, on a side note, I did finally get to see Bigfoot in person. It was just on display. It was for a grand opening of a Firestone Complete Auto Care about 15 miles up the road. But I did get an autographed toy that my son has been very much trying to get his hands on, which is why it's way up on the wall. They did have a Napa Auto Parts vendor there too that was handing out these kind of Boss keychains. It's very annoying, so it's way up on the wall so he can't get it and annoy us with it. I mean, really the important thing is I got to go see Bigfoot. I've always wanted to see it, and I took my son to see it. I got a few autographs. I'm going to frame them and hang them up in his room, and eventually I'll hang the truck in his room. But I'm going to wait until he can appreciate it, and then, when he's not going to open it and rip all the tires off of it or smash it with a hammer or something. Also, I came across an original advertisement for the Offroader. Here it is. Check out the price of this thing. It's not very often you see an RC that holds its value over time. I could easily get $100 for this thing now or more. See how expensive the charger was for that thing? No wonder nobody had one. Anyway, let me know what you think of the Offroader. If you have a chance, pick up a car former off of eBay. They are a lot of fun. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.